right, so one of the questions that you guys probably ask a lot, or a Dokkan player asks a lot, especially if you are on the newer side of things, are what are the best teams in the game? This is a question that is constantly being kind of shifted. You know, the meta shifts, the new categories drop, better leader skills come out and stuff like that, and the best teams in the game are usually going to be contingent on two big things, right? The leader skills that a team has, as well as the roster that a category is going to blend or is going to have. So often what you find being the case is these categories sort of blend together with leader skills, and it's really tough to say, like, you know, one team sticks out above the rest. Right now we are in a meta where this actually is a case, but sometimes this is not going to be a thing because, you know, when a category could be good, a leader skill could potentially bring it down because, or not even a leader skill could be good, but the unit that has the leader skill could be bad. And that is going to be the case with a couple of these categories in this game, where you're going to be using another leader for a specific roster. So what I decided to do was rank the top 10 categories in the game, or at least try my very best to, using two metrics, right? The first metric being the roster of the team, and then the second metric being how usable are the leaders of the team. And this is going to be a good example for a few categories, right? So let me know down below what you guys think. What are the top 10 categories in the game right now? Do you agree with this list? Do you disagree with this list? And all that fun stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. The yapping portion is done, but at number 10, you can see here I have the Bond of Parent and Child team. Now, the Bond of Parent and Child team has one of the best rosters in the game, but the big issue with this team right now to me is the fact that we have not a very good leader anymore. Now, Trunks and Vegeta, they had their run. They were very good. But we have kind of reached that point where they are not at their best anymore, and so we have to kind of evaluate or factor that into the evaluation, right? This was a team that I was saying could be the best team in the game for years, and it basically was up until about the 9th anniversary on JP, where the hard content sort of started to taper off, or made them taper off. But if we look at the roster in terms of the more modern units that we have right now, if you look at this one, we have almost every new unit in the game that has come out recently. You know, honestly, not all of them. I mean, that was kind of cap, right? There's no Gammas, there's no Broly, there's no Gogeta, but no Vegeta from Saiyan Day. But you guys kind of get the idea, right? The Part 2 LR, a Part 1 TUR for Golden Week. You guys can't see my cursor, but a Part 1 TUR for Golden Week, an EZA for Gohan Day. More sub EZAs. Like, you can see a lot of the newer characters in the game are going to be on this team. We have the EZAs for Vegito, the 6-year EZAs. We have Evo Ken's EZA. We have Beast Gohan. Like, this is a solid roster, and we don't have to go very far back to see more updates for it, right? We have stuff like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, AGL Vegito Blue, Future Gohan, Trunks. All of these different characters are going to be on this team. Now, one of the more, it's not a shaft because it's correct. Super Saiyan Vegeta from Saiyan Day not being on this team kind of sucks because he would help it out, obviously, but just not enough here. Or not that it's not enough here, but it would just make the team better. So the problem, why is this roster right here at number 10? It's because Trunks and Vegeta, like I said, they just haven't had their day is kind of moved on a bit. So here's number 10. We talked a decent bit about this one. Let's go ahead and move on to number 9, and that is going to be the Earth-Bred Fighters team. Now, roster-wise, this team is just like straight up one in the game, it feels like, aside from a couple teams, right? But again, we run into the same issue where the roster is extremely similar to Bond of Parent and Child. But the big issue is that Tech Goku, again, has seen his day. It's like every dog has his day, right? And that is going to be the case for this World Tournament Goku. You can absolutely still get usage from 23rd World Tournament Goku, but he is not what he was at one point. So that is kind of why I have this roster at number 9. I think this is a solid team. Like, again, you could see the options, right? Like, brand new units across the board, EZAs across the board, you know, the 9th anniversary LRs right here with Beast Gohan, because Beast Gohan is like the 9th anniversary LR that really matters. So it's like, you know, where's Gogeta, where are the Gammas, where's Broly? We'll get to teams with them later, but that is why this team is at 9, just because Tech 23rd World Tournament Goku is just not where he needs to be right now. But this team still is always going to have a decent bit of pull, mainly because if I could find them. Sorry, the superhero LRs are down here, and Piccolo still has his usage. This guy still has his usage, but like we could go through this roster all day. I mean, Earth-Bred Fighters is just a sick team, but again, it's the leader skill that's the problem. So usability is one of the factors that I have right now, and that is going to be the case for this one. So let's move on to number 8, and this is going to be, again, for some reason, the Dokkan wiki wasn't working, so I had to go to Dokkan info for this one. But Pure Saiyans, you can see Amazing team, so many top end characters on it, but the issue is just they don't have that leader that blends it, right? You could say Physical God Goku is there, but Physical God Goku in some of these more difficult stages is going to be rough, and he is a 200% lead. His 200 is for what? I always mess this one up. He's a 200 for Power of Wishes and Explosion of Anger, right? Not every category, like that's not the best setup for this, right? Because Power of Wishes is not going to apply to a lot of these characters, but Explosion of Anger is going to be the same case, right? But Pure Saiyans, no matter, I don't think there's any situation where Pure Saiyans as a roster will ever be out of this top 10, right? It's one of those categories, like you can see how scared they've been to give it a leader for years, right? Because SDR Super Vegeta when he came out was really good in short bursts, but he was just like okay, right? This Vegeta when he came out, and honestly, I wasn't too familiar with the meta. I was like basically brand new to the game when this guy came out. And the same could be said about Evolution Blue Vegeta. Raditz, we don't need to talk about it. Turles, same thing, not really a leader for the Pure Saiyans team, and then these three obviously are not as well. So Pure Saiyans, you guys are always going to know this roster is always going to be sick, but you're better off running the characters on Pure Saiyans on other teams. So that is why I have it at number 8. Let's move to number 7, which is going to be Transformation Boost. Yeah, you can see all of the characters right here. Let's see if I can refresh that. Maybe that'll fix that a little bit. There we go. Transformation Boost, a sick leader, and I think this is kind of where we're starting to get into those teams that actually have like usable leaders, right? Broly is a very good leader, although you probably just want to run Broly on the Beast-led team, but we are talking about the Transformation Boost team. But you can see the plethora of options that we have here. We have Broly, we have Buhan, Super Saiyan Vegeta, like the Majin Power, Sworn Enemies kind of line up right here at the top row. We have In Gotenks, who's a very good character. Topo's a very good character. LR Gogeta is good. These 50% supports, Hirudegarn, we all know how Hirudegarn is, 21. Now, granted, you are going to be running these characters on other teams, but if we're just looking at how versatile this team is and the roster that it has, you have so many different options and different compositions for this team. You can run a Saiyan-based team. You could run a Majin version of this team. You could run more of a movie bosses kind of setup for this team. There are so many different ways that you could put this squad together, and it is going to work because it is such a versatile category. And Broly, running 2 Brolys, I don't know if that's going to exactly be the way to go, but you could absolutely do it if you wanted to. So that is something that you could keep in mind. But there we go. Transformation Boost. You can see, I think this team is very good, but double Broly isn't exactly like the best way to run a team, in my opinion. But you can see that this team, what I really like about this team is just the different ways that you can build it, and it would still be effective. So number 7. I have the Transformation Boost team. Let's move to number 6, and that is going to be the Majin Power team. Now, Majin Power has seen a significant buff since this since this Golden Week has started, right? We basically have a whole new team, right? Like this is essentially just completely rebuilt. We went from a team that had none of this on the top row, and Majin Power was just like, you know, let's work through 21, right? And Super Buu and this version of Buhan as well. But now we have so many different versions, like not even this, like the top end of this team is so good, right? Like, and that is why it is as high as it is, because the top end of it is just like perfect for usability. Because what you do is you either run the Buu Saga version of this team, where you run the double Fat Buu leader, or you just go double Buu tanks and then you just run basically the top row, where we go Buu tanks, we go Mr. Buu, we go Fat Buu, we go Exchange Buu, we bring Kid Buu. There's so many, like not so many, but there's like, you can mix and match essentially this top row and then Android 21, and then you have like an incredible team, right? And it's pretty cool how essentially almost overnight, or like the course of like a few weeks, we went from, you know, this team being super dead to one of the better ones in the game. So I think that that's really impressive, the way that they handled this team. And I really like this roster because like the worst, like again, it's just this top row that we have to talk about. You have access to this Super Easy A Kid Buu. This Sub Easy A Fat Buu is really good. This Sub Easy A Buu Tanks is pretty good. This Exchange Buu Easy A is one of the best Easy A's in the game. This Evil Buu is just okay, but then we have a unit like this right here with this Fat Buu. You guys know how good he is. This Mr. Buu is only on JP, but right now he'll be on Global soon, but he's very, very good. And then it's going to be the same case right here. Global got this Buu early, and it has helped out this team tremendously on Global, so you guys can kind of appreciate it. While we also have 21, who is a phenomenal character, and then this Super Buu is just okay. So this is at number 6. I have Majin Power. Let's move to number 5, which is going to be the Full Power category. Now, Full Power. This is where we're starting to get into some, we're into the big boys at this point. This is we started to reach that, the big boy rosters, right? Why is this a good team? Because it's the Broly leader, but it just has a better access to transformation boost to the top end, right? A full power team, you're running Broly, you're running Beast, you're running Evoken, you're running the Gammas, you're running Evolution Blue Vegeta, you're running, you could run Dragon Fist, you could do this Super EZA Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you have Super Vegeta's EZA. We have, who else do we have on this team that's good, right? See, it's like that last unit, it's that 6th unit, that's kind of where it gets a little bit tricky, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, so there you go. It's a top-heavy team, but you have some options, right? Like Super Vegeta, you can slide on the team. Dragon Fist, you can slide on the team. If you're on like a free-to-play player and you don't have every single character, Trunks and Broly, EZA, Dragon Fist right here. 23rd World Tournament Goku is good. We keep going. We have Kale. We have Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Piccolo, Beastless Gohan. We have Evoken. We have Blue Kaioken Goku, Kai Goku, Kale. It's just, there's a lot of different characters on this team. Like, you know, we're starting to taper off a little bit here, but we'll continue to go back. But you can see that this roster has a lot of potential. I can see this guy getting an EZA like within the next year or so. A lot of potential. Jiren still needs his EZA and stuff like that. But I think full power. Now, why full power is above teams like Pure Saiyans? Why is full power above teams like Majin Power? Right here. That's essentially it, right? And it's combining a meta leader, like a very, very good leader, with Beast, right? That is what is putting these teams above the rest right now. If you are a good leader with Beast on the team, that is going to help you out significantly. So that is why I have full power at number 5. Let's move to number 4, which is going to be movie heroes. Movie heroes, I mean, look at this plethora of leaders, right? You have so many different options for leader skills. But if we want to just kind of break this one down, you're running Gogeta, you're running Beast. We've got, who else is on this bad boy? Honestly, like, we have to go back a little bit. But for movie heroes, I think I might like full power over movie heroes now that I look at it. But we have Gogeta, we have the Gammas, we've got the Gammas right here, we have Beast Gohan, we've got Gogeta himself, we already talked about him, we have Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, we have God Goku, we have the Super Saiyan trio, AGL Gogeta Blue, who's started to taper off a little bit but still has usage, we have Piccolo, we have Pan, we have STR Gamma 1, we have AGL Gamma 2, we have this version of Piccolo right here who's a monster, we have Tech God Goku who's still always going to have usage against Pure Saiyans. This team in terms of usability has a lot of the top end meta units that are going to be good situationally and non-situationally, right? We kind of taper off a bit right here, but you guys kind of get the point, right? I think you can make the argument that this team is a little high now that I kind of look at it, but full power, movie heroes, I think I could probably swap those two, but we're going to keep it this way just because movie heroes is fun. But that is why I have them at 4. Let's move on to number 3, which is going to be, sorry for these thumbnails, we just got to refresh the page real quick, but it's going to be Bond of Master and Disciple. Now, I know this one might come as a bit of a surprise to people, and honestly, kind of looking at it, I can understand why you think that this team might not be all what you think it is, but Bond of Master and Disciple is going to be, why is this team so good? Because Beast is the leader for it. If you're running this setup, you can get 2 Beast Gohans on the floor at all times, right? Or on both rotations. So we have Beast, we have this Beerus, we have free-to-play April Fool's Goku, we have this Super Saiyan Evolution Blue Vegeta, we have LR Future Gohan, we have LR Carnival Trunks. I think there's a lot of different things that this team is doing, and then we also have in Future Gohan's EZA. I think that this team just has a lot of potential, and the fact that we could run double Beast is sort of why I have this team as high as I do. You know, we have Piccolo on this team, so it's like this version right here of STR Piccolo, Trunks of Vegeta, Beastless Gohan. For me, it really just comes down to, like, the roster might not be the best, but when we look at usability, having double Beast on a Beast on both rotations is more valuable than almost any roster that you can say. So the argument is maybe this team is not the best, but when it comes to the usability, right? When we talk about this, we have Beast Gohan who's doubling up as the leader. So if you need to, you can put a superhero on the team. You could put a Miraculous Awakening unit on the team, right? I always mix up his leader skill. But it's this is gonna be in JP. What am I doing? Superhero, Bond Master, and Disciple, and then this one is Miraculous Awakening, right? I'm 99% sure this is Miraculous Awakening. No cards found. Cool. Thank you, Dokkan Wiki. Very cool. Let's just move on. His leader skill, it is what it is. Yeah, it's Miraculous Awakening. Cool. Number 2. Let's move on. This one, again, oh my god. Okay. We're falling apart, boys. Majin Buu Saga. Majin Buu Saga has seen a significant glow up since Golden Week. we can kind of just break this one down quick. I'm sure you guys get the idea. We have Vegito, we have Buhan, Super Easy A Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the new Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Mr. Boo's Easy A, the Gotenks Easy A that's on both versions, the Super Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. I don't know why I said it like that. The Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks Super Easy A that came out on JP, coming to global whenever, I don't know. The Golden Week TURs, the banner units. We're looking at Babidi and Deborah's Easy A. We're looking at Majin, the Tech Exchange Boo, Gohan's Easy A, Babidi and Deborah's Easy A, all of this batch of sub Easy A's, LR Ultimate Gohan, and Kid Buu. These are all top-end characters that have usability right now that mesh well with the leader skills. This Goku, you have a team of this, we have a version of this team that we can run with the Goku leader skill. We have a version of this team that we can run with the Majin Buu leader skill. We have a version of this team that we can run with the AG or the STR Vegito leader skill, right? There's a lot of different team comps for this squad right now, and it is very, very top end. People have tried to argue that it's better than superheroes, which is a little delusional, but you guys kind of get the idea, right? Buu Saga right now is one of the best teams in the game and can beat basically everything, and it is a very fun team to use. So we're going to move on quickly because this video is getting long, but number 2, we have Buu Saga. Number 1, you guys know what it was going to be. We don't need to talk about it too much, but this is essentially the case for the Bond Master and Disciple team on steroids, where you're having 2 of the best units in the game, and then you're also having the 2nd best unit in the game. You have the 3rd best unit in the game. You have the 6th best unit in the game, right? I'm just kind of spitballing here. But then you also, it's like the top end of this team is literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in terms of the best characters in the game, all just on one squad, right? Like Beast Gohan, Evo Ken, 6 years, Gogeta, Piccolo, the Gammas, you're good to go. Like that team is beating literally everything, right? And it's like the worst units on this team are like the 5 years, AGL, Vegito, Blue, right? Like these are the worst characters on the team, and if that's like the worst characters on your team, then you guys are set up for a decent squad. So there we have it. That was the top 10 for my teams in the game list right now. At number 10, I had Bond Parent and Child. At number 9, we had Earth-Bred Fighters. 8, Pure Saiyans. 7, we had Transformation Boost. 6, we had Majin Power. 5, we had Full Power. At number 4, we had Movie Heroes. At number 3, we had Bond Master and Disciple, which was originally Miraculous Awakening, but here it is, Bond Master and Disciple. Number 2, we had Majin Buu Saga, and at number 1, I had Superheroes. So let me know down below what you guys thought of this top 10 categories list. Again, I based it on usability with leaders as well as the roster, so there were 2 factors that went in. Bond Master and Disciple was so high because of the double B setup. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy today's tier list. Don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you all in the next one.